Hey guys, decided to do this really quick a day in the life of a social worker video. The topic for me this week is gonna be lost. The past 2 weeks has been a hard week. My best friend's mom passed away last Tuesday, so I figured this is actually best time to talk about loss because not only am I dealing with loss, but we have a lot of loss happening in the hospital. So, and as a social worker, the one thing you do is you meet with the family and you provide emotional support, and you also help them find a funeral home. Because sometimes we have patients who pass away here and their loved ones are not from this area, so they're not sure what's available. So usually we meet with them as well as the chaplains, and usually the chaplains are pretty good at helping them find a funeral home because we do have a list. But a lot of times social workers also coordinating that, meeting with the family, having family meetings, trying to get everybody on the same page, because some people might want to bury one way, others might have their own point of view of how, they think their loved one should be buried, or however they want to make arrangements. So, but we are seeing a lot of that. Again, it is a hospital, right? Sorry, I'm trying to hold this phone up. So, I don't know where you guys are, but we are, not only are we seeing loss to just like regular, our medical people have different health issues going on, but we're also seeing loss due to COVID. I'm not sure what's going on, but things seem to be kind of racking up faster than predicted. So, it's like I'm hoping we're not going backwards to 2020. I'm hoping 2021 we can move forward, and of course, there's gonna be a rise in numbers, right? But I'm really, really hoping that it's not a setback. So with that being said, we're lost. Just being there. Sometimes you go meet with a family and there's not much you can say, and you literally just put your hands on their shoulder gently, if you can, right? Because we're also trying not to touch people, but just stand next to them, of course, with your mask on, because again, it's hard to say 6 feet apart because it almost seems like it seems like we're being harsh. This person just lost their loved one and it's like 6 feet apart, don't touch me, don't come next to me. And so sometimes you can stand close to them, you can put your hand gently on their shoulders, you can have boxes of tissues prepared for them, and again, just be there. Sometimes they don't want to hear what you have to say at that time. Sometimes they just want you silence. I know sometimes people are afraid of silence, but in social work, let me tell you, silence it's your friend. It's okay to have a few moments of just silence and just let that person just kind of take in what's happening around them. Being mindful, mindfulness. Silence is a lot. Sometimes people are kind of saying goodbyes, or if there's something that they need to apologize for, we don't know how the relationships were. So silence is a good thing. Silence now is a bad thing. I know sometimes when we hear it's silence, people feel like they have to say something, they have to do something. No, you don't. So, but just being there, if you have personal loss, being there for your family, being there for your loved ones. And again, it's the same way you want to be there for your patients or clients, because we all know a lot of people lost a lot of people between 2020 and now. So as a social worker, we are providing support, we are providing counseling, we are holding your hands, we're providing your tissues, we are walking with you every step of the way. If you need to make arrangements for the funeral, we are finding the funeral for you, providing you with the contact information, because of course they're going to want to talk to the family member, because they need to figure out the financial pieces. Also letting them know, especially if this person had like Medicaid, letting them know that, you know, Medicaid, I believe in our state, usually they get $1,600 if it's a Medicaid recipient. And then there's Social Security benefits, and then also finding out this person had, you know, life insurance, because we all know funerals are not cheap. You know, the most expensive thing in this world is life and death. You know, I would say I think I might have went into the wrong business, because someone is always dying, and every day somebody is born. So life and death is definitely one of the most expensive things in this country, right? We spend a lot of money on birth, you know, and at the same time we spend a lot of money on death, because funerals are expensive, guys. So, and you have sometimes, again, depending on the relationship, people don't know what life insurance policies that loved one have. You know, I always say this with my parents: okay, you have this, we want to make sure you guys have that. Who's your beneficiary? Who's on your policies? In case something happened, we need to know where these things are, so that way we can make proper arrangements. So a lot of times we have families who just, they don't have it. Either they don't have it, they never set it up, or their loved ones are not aware, you know. So then they end up paying out the pocket, or trying to do the best that they can with what they do have. So I know some people do GoFundMe, you know, whatever you need to do to provide, I always say there's no perfect funeral service. I know some people can do more than others, but you just want to, you know, lay this person to rest. You know, the one thing is you want them to have peace. So whatever's within your means, that's what you're going to do. But so as social workers, that is something that we are constantly dealing with. You know, we're always dealing with life and death. And we deal with adults as well as children, and as well as babies, because of course it's a hospital. We have infants that come in. We have fetal demise, when, you know, someone is pregnant and they lose the pregnancy, whether it's less than 20 weeks or if it's greater than 20 weeks, then they actually have to make arrangements for that child, you know. So yeah, so we are always dealing with lost. So as I'm sitting here trying to think what is going to be my topic in this month of August, that's literally almost done, I'm like, you know what, lost, because kind of what I'm dealing with, and I'm sure everyone is dealing with loss, right? It's something that we just cannot avoid. So I would say it's part of life. This is why I always encourage people, even when I'm at work, I'm like, life is too short, let it go. Live your life, celebrate the people that you love while they're still alive, because once they're gone, what are you doing? So celebrate them now. Do whatever it is that you can do for them now, because once they're gone, it's too late. You know, it's too late. You know, a lot of times I see families are going through it because they haven't spoke to this one in 20 years. Whatever it is, if it's fixable, then work on that relationship. When they're gone, and that's when there's a lot of regrets. We're at the point of our lives where I don't think we should be living in regrets. We are at the point of our life where if you want to do something, the time is now. If there's some relationships that are worth hatching with family, the time is now. If you want to do something, do it while they're still living, because time is ticking, and it's ticking for everybody. You know, I always say, we're writing a book. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. We all have that. You know, it all depends on what chapter you are. Some of us are going to make it to chapter 100. Some of us are going to make it to chapter 5. Some of us are making it to chapter 10. We all got a story that we're writing, right? So, but yes, take care of each other, guys. And again, continue to support the people that you love, people that you care about, and even your patients or clients, because there are some patients that are so dear to me. There are patients that were coming to the hospital every day, and they become like family, and then they pass away. You know, I have a patient that I know way back, and now he has cancer, and he's not doing so well. So that, you know, I look at him like he's my dad. Like, that's my family, and he's in the past. I'm sure he won't make it out of 2021. So, you know, as social workers, these things affect us. So make sure you have someone to talk to as well. You know, the one good thing is I have friends, I have family, I have other people in similar fields. So that also helps. And also self-care. Whether it's, I like to color. That's one of my favorite things to do. I like to color. I used to like to journal and read and write, but I kind of took a little break. I prefer to just sit and color for hours on my app. I also have coloring books too, so self-care is very, very important. All right, and I love watching YouTube videos, especially on fashion and makeup, because that is one thing that I love. But anyway, guys, I will see you in my next video, and thanks for watching. Bye.